Live, Lively, right?
Blake Lively, yeah. So the ending for that one was a little like, for me.
Right. I just remembered how that.
And it's funny that you talk about the, for Sony, I think The Shallows was a Sony film, and The Shark, although it looks great sometimes, I feel like it looks very like, shoddy.
CG,
a lot of other times, but 47 for me, maybe I'm blind or my eyes are fucked up. Apparently, according to Dennis, I thought that it looked great. The sharks look great. The tension is great. The fact that the sharks aren't the main players, it's just really that they're just fucked completely through the beginning. You know what I mean? They can't swim straight up because they're so far down that if they swim straight up, they'll get nitrogen bubbles in their brain and die anyway. And if they swim up too slow, then you have these sharks that, because assholes illegally in the movie chum the water.
Oh my.
So it's really the people's fault, the tour people's fault in the first place. Yeah.
And they go ahead and make that lame joke about how sharks can't hear well underwater. So, you can't call them. Disclaimer, sharks hear very well underwater.
Something that a negative.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna say I'm behind the CGI because it's a low budget film in the first place. It took like almost nothing to make, and it's made its
I'll give it
budget
that. I'll give it that.
three times over. Probably that's old news, so probably even more now. People who actually went to see it, it wouldn't have even gotten. It initially wasn't supposed to be even theatrical release. It was supposed to be a straight to DVD, and they switched it. They had the film was originally called like Into the Deep or some lame shit like that. I love 47 Meters Down way better, but then they switched it back to 47 Meters Down and were like, let's release this theatrically. I think it can do well. The Shallows had just killed the box office, a year before. So because of The Shallows, we got 47, and I think 47 was an improvement on that. And they did it for a way better budget, you know what I mean? I think that on most of the Swan fun fact, a lot of the underground stuff, if not all of it, was filmed on an underwater world in the UK.
Yep.
Or whatever, yeah. So I thought that was very interesting because it looks real. It was amazing how well it looks, like the ocean floor, and they do get out of the cage. I don't know. Do you know the premise, Annie?
It's with Mandy Moore. Right?
Yeah, right. And their cage breaks because it's all fucked up and rusted. They show that or whatever, and they drop down to the bottom of the ocean floor pretty much, and it's just about them fighting to come back up. But they do veer off. They don't stay in the cage the entire time. They get out to try to do things to survive. They're walkie. They have cool like little things, little writing like. I guess ways around things where like in order for their mics to work in their gear to talk to the people above that never leave them, they have to go halfway up, so they got to go about like 30 meters up in order to hear it because it's too deep where so you're like just floating or trying to talk to them to get information on whether the Coast Guard coming, what the fuck is happening, right? And so I thought it was very interesting that you have that paranoia, not just the sharks, but their fucking air's running out. They get injured when they fall. They've got attempted saves that don't work out. Everything.
You've seen it, so
don't kill anything.
I won't. When that scene happened, you know what scene I'm talking about? I was suffocating.
Oh, yeah. There's a flare scene that's amazing because I guess they have these special flares that they send down to them for like emergencies that's supposed to ward off sharks.
Well, it shows in the trailer, right?
Yeah. There's one, where they go. They fire it up, and then you see the shark. Yeah, there's
everybody just like shrieked. Oh
man. Even though I love this movie, my theater experience was fucked up by these shitty teenagers that decided to sit right behind me.
Damn those teens.
Or tweens. I don't know. They were super young, and it was a late night showing, so it was fucking weird. And turn your ringer off, sir, please. Come on. So back, what was I talking about?
Those tweens.
Yeah, the tweens. So they're sitting back, and they're heckling the fucking movie the entire time. Oh my god. Those sharks, they don't even look real. Oh my god, what is she doing? Oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god. This is like the entire time.
Damn, totally opposite from my experience. Everybody was in it to win it.
Everybody was quiet except for those fucking people, and it was just like, well, first of all, what are these kids doing in this Showtime? Second of all, why'd they come and watch this movie if you're not into like they sells itself.
Into, yeah.
You're going into a goddamn fucking Shrek movie, right? So
Why weren't you like an old fart and be like, shh?
I don't like, because people are fucking, they get crazy in the movies. Yeah. Even if you're right, and to be honest, I didn't know that they were so young. If I had known that they were young, I probably would have checked them at the beginning. I thought it was like some like, you know, my age, and they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Something similar happened to me when I was watching Deadpool. There was like seriously a 4 and 5 year old like behind us, like just like like laughing at like everything he was saying.
Why did they take him to Deadpool?
That's what we were saying.
I think doesn't Ryan Reynolds get like plowed in the ass?
Yes, and they were cracking up, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. They were little. They were like 4 and 5. Wow. Like no joke.
I would take my kid to Logan, but not Deadpool.
No, it was very fucking awkward. Like why? Why you didn't like couldn't leave them home? Like what? It was really weird, but I mean, I still like that movie with the exception of those kids. But they weren't tweens. But I would have told those tweens like, "Hey, yo, shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I was really close to doing that, and then when I saw them leave the theater, I was even more infuriated.
Wait, halfway through the movie?
No, they didn't leave. I'm saying like when the credits rolled and they left.
Oh, got it.
And they were very like, oh, I'm so confused at the ending. What's going on? What? What?
How many of them?
It makes sense.
Two.
They literally explain it before it happens.
Yeah.
You remember that,
They
right?
set you up for it, and it's just like...
And I knew that was...
But they didn't know because they were talking during that part.
I knew that was going to happen. I just didn't know at what point it was going to kick in. And then when the end happened, I'm like, I guess it never kicked in.
I don't know. It just...
But then, obviously, you know, then you realize it.
Yeah, you realize what is going on.
If I mention another movie right now, I would probably just ruin this one because it would spoil the end.
Well, let's not do that. Anyway, 47 meters down, Swan pick. Let's get into... We've spent a lot of time on news, but I don't have a problem with that. Let's jump into Source Code, the main flick for episode 12. So it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Vera Farmiga, the Babe, and Michelle Monaghan, if that's how you say it. It's from 2011. It's clocks in at just 93 minutes. It's PG-13, and it's got a 92 on Rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved.
You know what? I honestly thought that movie was older than that. I had seen it before on TV, and I could have sworn I saw it like... I mean, I know at this point I'm tripping, but I thought I'd seen it at like 2006.
No, 2011, because I went to see it in theaters or whatever, so I remember that. It was directed by Duncan Jones, who did the great movie Moon, which is an art house flick. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. Probably not, because it didn't get any buzz, much like this film. And then he also did the Warcraft film.
Oh my god!
Which I probably shouldn't have mentioned because that bombed, and I didn't go to watch it.
I haven't seen it.
But I don't
know what that is.
Warcraft is you know the video game.
TV.
Got it. I did see previews for that.
The orcs and all those.
Not
USA.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody was interested because it bombed. It bombed. But anyway, I think this guy has a good direction nonetheless. You know, again, that was not his source material. Yeah. So when you know, sometimes you go off of someone else's premise, and Warcraft was, I don't think it's ever meant to be a movie, dude. Mm. Like, I don't want to see that. Even the people who play that shit don't want to see that. Obviously, they didn't go. And I heard it was just, like, not that good of a movie, and they probably dumped, like, millions and millions of dollars into the CGI and stuff.
You know what? And they had a whole thing at Universal Studios, too. They thought this thing was going to be the shit.
Yeah, because Warcraft is still played. It's like that South Park episode where it just fucking warps people's minds, and they're like,
oh, that's right.
All they do on the fucking PCs, you know, they don't work anymore and shit.
That's what my friend does.
Yeah.
He's not working.
Shout out to Danny.
And you have to pay for that shit. It's not even free.
Yeah, I had a
it's not
roommate
even
who'd
free to
it.
play online.
No.
That's craziness. I would rather play something else. I don't know. But jumping into the plot, when a pilot for the army is thrust into an experimental government program, he soon learns that he has to figure out a terrorist plot while trying to save a group of civilians aboard a train within the time loop of 8 minutes. How you guys like that?
That's really
So I have some questions for you guys. What did you guys think of this film? Let's start with Annie.
I liked it. I'm not completely sold on the character of Christina. Like, I don't know if it's her acting, but like she's got this really like I don't know, this face that I guess I don't like. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the actress. I don't know what I know her from, but I know I've seen her.
She was slightly bland.
Yeah, I just feel, and I know that she's acting like the same thing over and over, but I just like was kind of annoyed by her. I was like, ew, get away from me. But I liked it, and I liked it all the way up until a good win was in, that little capsule, and then after that I felt like the music changed, like the tone of the movie changed a little bit, like the music got a little bit like just generic, and I didn't really like the end. But I liked the movie. I just would have liked to see him die. Is that mean? Yeah, I would have liked to see him die. And I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
He did die.
I know he did, but like
plenty of times over and over and over again.
Oh man, but like for real.
Nah, yeah, I can see that. James, take it away.
I like the movie. I agree with you, and I feel like the ending was kind of cheesy. Not the ending where he's like, like the program works and stuff like that, but the whole like the love scene where he's like, oh, do you believe in fate? And that part for me kind of felt like a little forced, like
out of place almost.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the program did work though.
Mm-hmm.
Like where at the end where she realizes that she gets this email and like, yeah, it worked. Like I would have liked to see that. If he died and that happened, I would have been like, damn, that shit's tight. But I think it's still cool. I agree with James.
I like how they he's basically they create alternate worlds or realities, and
or parallel
yeah, like universes or whatever.
Which is why I thought this was a cool follow up to Donnie Darko, because
Yeah.
it's playing with that same those same
Concept,
theories
yeah.
or whatever, right?
I like that whole. I just like the movie. It was good. So that's my whole thing. My only gripe was the ending.
Okay, all right.
I actually, contrary.
This is Dennis. But
Yeah. Contrary to what you guys thought, I absolutely loved her character. I felt she was warm. I felt like she was there to represent a ghost of some group of people who no longer exist, and she was showing heart, and they were showing what kind of lives were lost within that train, and what connection these two people had prior to these events, because these weren't his memories.
Yeah,
they were someone else's memories, and she brought something really human to this very mechanical event, and I could feel the warmth. I could feel being there with her, with the sunlight just glowing down on her, and just having somebody so caring being with you. Although she was a little stiff at times, she felt very friendly and familiar. And I feel like the way his character starts to develop with her character changes as these scenarios keep playing over and over. He starts realizing that she is someone worth saving, and through that realizes that all these people are worth saving. And I feel like that and that James was referring to, the cheesiness of it was there to imply that was it. This is all he had left. That moment was what was going to be the last thing he saw. But then, as it keeps going, it develops into something else, and you find out, wait, what? This isn't the end. And it keeps going, and and you think his dream is going to continue, but it's not a dream anymore.